Welcome back to my channel. This is my baby's 2-month update and my 2-month postpartum update. So let's dive right on in and get to it. Start with his weight. He is now weighing 12 pounds as of today. And so he was 2 months on November 5th. So he's about 2 months and a week at this point. So right now, today, he is weighing 12 pounds. And he's not so much like chunky or rolly or big. He's just long. He's pretty long. And his feet are big, so a lot of his onesies he's very uncomfortable in because up to this point he has been wearing 3 months. That's the size, but because he's kind of growing up and not out, he's kind of at a weird, awkward size where 3 to 6 months fits him perfectly. I mean, it's a little bit baggy, but it fits him well in the feet and the legs and all of that. So that is what we are weighing. That's the size we are in. So good job, Hatcher, for growing. The next thing I wanted to talk about was his sleep schedule. We have yet to establish a sleep schedule for the day, but he has set himself up on a sleep schedule for nighttime. So kind of during the day he takes like 3 naps. Some are longer than others. And he's always swaddled and has his sound machine. Yay! Oh, buddy, it's alright. It's alright. Always has his sound machine playing, and that helps him a lot to get that good sleep. Oop. Slamming his head down. Okay, tell me what you really think, my sir. You okay? Yeah. And then at night, he usually has his last feed between 7 and 9. It was at 9, and then he got too tired to have a good feed at 9. So then it's been kind of rotating between 7 and 8, kind of depending on when he ate beforehand, because like sometimes he'll want to eat every 2 hours and sometimes he'll want to eat every 3 hours, and it just kind of varies. So he's a bit of a grazer and a snacker, but then occasionally likes his meals. So that's just kind of what we're working with right now. But then he'll sleep usually from like 8 to 3 or like 9 to 4, a big gap, which is wonderful for me. So then I will go ahead and nurse him. I will nurse him laying down in bed, and then he goes right back to sleep. And he'll usually get up for another feed 2 to 3 hours later, if it's that late of a feed. And then he's kind of up and awake and ready to start his day. So that's kind of his feeding / sleep schedule at this moment in time. He is still in size 1 diapers. Right now he is doing the Huggies, and we are really liking those. Not to mention they're adorable because they have Mickey Mouse on them. Are they Mickey and Minnie? No, I think it's just Mickey Mouse on them, which if you know us, you know we love Disney, so that helps. But moving on from the diapers, let's get into his issues. He gets really gassy and sometimes has a hard time pooping, to where he may go an entire day where he has not yet had a poop. So then I expect the next day for an explosion, which sometimes happens. It goes up his back and it's really wonderful to clean, but I don't care because I'm so stoked that he actually went, that we are all about the poop in this house. So that has been that, and up until this point too, his poos were, you know, he was pooping like every feed to every other feed to every 2 feeds, and his poos would be yellow and seedy, which is what breastfed babies' poos need to be. But because, I don't know why, maybe because he's not been going as often as maybe he should be going, his poos lately have been like kind of more soupy and less seedy, still bright yellow. So I guess I could see why that would be harder for him to pass, because it's a little bit thicker than what he had been used to up to this point. So hopefully his body will start to regulate all of that, and we will not have an unhappy baby due to the pooping issue. We are still having our witching hour between 4 to 7. Sometimes it's during that time for an hour, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes it's 2 hours. It just kind of, I guess, depends how he's feeling in that moment. But what has helped is going outside, because Ranger really needs to get his butt outside and get moving and exploring and picking up sticks and rocks and just being a boy and getting his wiggles out. So I will wear him, and I think with the movement of the walk plus the gravity of him being upright, it helps his tummy feel better, it helps get things moving in his body, and it also relaxes him and sometimes puts him to sleep. And so whenever I do that, we have a much better evening opposed to when we kind of just stay inside and don't do all of that. So that has been something that I have noticed, which is an easy fix because we'll just go outside, although it's getting colder, so it's not as easy to get out the door getting everyone ready. But I have found that that has been a little bit easier. The next thing is his hair. When he was born, he had more hair up here. And now he is our little old man baby, we call him, because he has a massive receding hairline and then a bundle of hair right in the back. So we're hoping his hair will grow soon, but that's kind of what our hair situation is at the moment. But it's still super cute and adorable. Another thing is he's got super dry skin. After we give him a bath, literally his feet will be like, you know, that dry peely feeling. And it instantly goes away when I put his lotion on. And right now we're using the Aveeno Oatmeal Baby Lotion, and it has no parabens in it. So we're liking that because that is soothing his skin better than all the other lotions we've tried up to this point. It just really absorbs nicely into his skin, so we've found that to be helpful. But because his skin is so dry, we do not give him baths every night. We don't even give him baths every other night. Sometimes we'll give him maybe 2 baths a week. And that may sound gross, but he's a baby and he doesn't really, you know, get dirty. But if he does have like a poop explosion or he was extra spit uppy that day, we will go ahead and give him a bath that night. But that's kind of our bath routine at this moment in time, and he actually really likes his baths. Next is his passy. My son Ranger took his passy from the get-go. Like when he was like 2 weeks old, I think, he was taking a passy really well. He does not. He prefers to suck on his fist, which I'm hoping doesn't turn into a thumb sucker, just because that really does mess your teeth up, so they say, more than a passy sucker does. But last night we went out to dinner and he actually took his passy and fell asleep in my arms. So that was a step in the right direction. Kind of exciting. Hopefully he'll start taking it, because that will save us a lot of unhappiness when we are out and about. But he's trying to get his fist right now. He's so cute. Another thing is he's not making eye contact yet. He's looking like at my forehead, always at my forehead or past me, it feels like. But he's very attentive, so he hears me talking and he looks towards me when I'm talking, and he smiles. And you guys, he smiles with his eyes. It is so sweet. He really smiles with his eyes, not just his mouth. See, he's quite chatty. He's been like this from like day one, and he's very smiley. I just have to talk to him a certain way, and he's all about the smiles. Let's see if we can get some smiles going. Not doing it. Hi, buddy. Hi. He's distracted by all my lights and equipment, so we may not get a smile. Are you going to smile? Are you going to smile? No? No smiles for the moment. So his eyes are looking blue, just like Ranger, so we'll see if those stay, which is kind of funny because I have green eyes like my mom, and Jimmy has hazel eyes like his mom, and both our kids are going to end up with blue eyes. But like basically our entire families besides us have blue eyes, so it's definitely very, very popular within our families. But we just so happen to not have them, and they happen too. So hopefully that sticks, because that'd be really cute. But yeah, that's it for his update. Now let's get into my 2-month postpartum. I will start with my weight. I am weighing right now 154. And that is a way bigger of a number than I wanted it to be, especially at this point. So if I'm totally like hunched over, it's because I'm trying to get my bud to take a pass right now because he's a little bit fussy. But anyways, I weigh 154. Now, I will say that I was totally in the groove and on track to losing weight this last 2 weeks ago. My husband had given me some workouts to do at the gym, and he would take care of the kids, and I would go and I would do it, and I feel really good about myself, and I was sore, which is awesome. And then my mother-in-law came into town, and we went grocery shopping, and she bought a pumpkin pie cheesecake and coffee crumb cake and ginger snap cookies, all from Trader Joe's, all amazing. And I have no self-control. I don't buy those because I know I will eat them all. So we kind of indulged in that all week long. Her visit was amazing. It was so wonderful. She spoiled the kids. She took Ranger outside. I got a lot of help so I could, you know, make dinner and do things that is usually very stressful when I have both of them by myself. So it was really wonderful, but because of her sweet tooth and generosity, I think that I may have gained a few pounds within that week. So that's, I'm not going to say that my weight was my true weight. I need to get back on track. So, the pumpkin pie cheesecake is almost gone, and then hopefully we won't have any more sweets like that in the house. But I plan on starting up my workout routine pretty soon here. He's totally smiling. Hey, buddy. Hey, he's my boy. And yes, and then I will probably end up making a video on my workout routine. Probably just using my phone, because right now all I have is a DSLR camera, which I'm not gonna log to the gym. I'll probably film some things on my phone so I can give you guys an idea of what I've been doing and what are some good ways to ease back into postpartum and running, workouts and things like that. Next I'll talk about is birth control. So I started the mini pill probably 2 weeks ago. It was before Jimmy's mom came into town, and you guys, from like ever since I started taking it, I started flipping out. Like, I took it after Ranger, and I was totally fine, and I didn't get my first period back for like 11 months. But as soon as I started taking it, my period came back, and on top of that, I was just like crazy. I would lose my cool in the split of a second. Like Ranger would do something, and I would normally be totally patient with him over something like that, and I wasn't. Like, I would just snap, and I would walk into my room, and I would literally scream on the top of my lungs into a pillow, and in my head, I was just like, I just want to, you know, scream the D word and the F word, and I was just so mad. I mean, I didn't, but I wanted to, and I would just lose my cool so fast. I would like be fuming. Like, I would need to take a deep breath. It would be like, the only way I could explain it is like rage. Like, I had rage. And then a friend of mine pointed out, do you think it could be related to your birth control? And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't start feeling this way until after I started taking the pill. So I called my OB, and she gave me a list of things that I could take while I am nursing. But I have to call my insurance company to see if they cover it. But I did stop taking the pill about 2 days ago to see. And I'm going to give it, you know, a week and let it get completely out of my system and see if that really was the cause of this rage or if I have like an actual medical issue, because I've never been like this before. I've always been like a really patient person, and I'm not a patient person. So I have noticed it has been a little bit more mild, but it's still there. So I mean, it's only been 2 days of not taking it, so we'll see as the week goes on how my patience and anger and all of that is doing. Another thing I wanted to talk about is sex. So I remember with Ranger, it took a few months before sex was no longer painful, and yet again, it is extremely painful. I did get the green light from my doctor, and she said everything was fine, but it still is really painful. I did have an episiotomy, and this may sound really silly, but part of me feels like she sewed me up too tight, because I think it hurts before anything is actually on my insides. Like, it hurts on the outside. So I'm like, what the heck is happening? So that sucks. So we are currently dealing with that, but we're not doing anything right now anyway because of the birth control situation. We are not getting pregnant again with a 2-month-old baby. Heck no, my body I think would break in half if that happened. So we're not doing that. But hopefully we can get all this figured out. I can get on a proper birth control that's not going to make me crazy and hormonal and like a lunatic, and we can just be normal. So pray for me, pray for us, because this blows. Another thing are my energy levels. That was another thing with my birth control. I had no energy. Like, I was so tired. I would wake up, it didn't matter how much sleep I got, I would wake up just feeling so lethargic and unmotivated to do anything. Like, there was definitely something wrong. I feel like my energy levels are getting a little bit back to normal now, so although today I was really tired, but that's just because I didn't sleep well. But I think everything's getting a little bit back to normal, so hopefully that's the case. Sorry I keep looking down. My baby is down here and I'm trying to get him to take a passy, and he's not really deciding to take it, so we're just tapping. Next I'll talk about is my self-esteem. Feeling fat, feeling nasty, and for the first time I'm actually going to show you my stomach. Before I show you that, I don't know if you just heard that, but that was my buddy tuning it up, so excuse us, but I'm going to show you my stomach. The reason I'm going to show it to you is not because I am confident or comfortable. No, I'm very uncomfortable and definitely don't want to put this out there, but at the same time, so many YouTubers post their updates with just flat stomachs, like their 2-month postpartum, and they're all like, oh, you know, please be nice to me, my stomach doesn't look that great. And I'm like, are you serious? You should see my stomach. It's like, I can't even explain it to you. I've got loose skin, plus fat, plus stretch marks, plus like crazy varicose veins, maybe, if that's what it is, I'm not sure. And like a really loose, wrinkly belly button. Like, I'm telling you, it is probably the most disgusting thing you will see today. But I'm going to show you because there are women out there watching this who have the same issue as me and maybe feeling sad and down. Like, I don't like the way that I look, and is this normal? You know, all these other girls seem to be losing weight a lot quicker than me. I want to let you know that you're not alone, that my stomach is probably worse than yours, and we all have different journeys, and we all have different postpartum bodies. God created us all differently, and at the end of the day, regardless of what our stomach looks like, we all have beautiful babies, that we have been blessed with to care for and to love. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's postpartum recovery journey is different. But we all were blessed with a beautiful baby or babies, no matter what our stomach looks like. So just take it day by day. And I know I'm preaching to the choir because I need to listen to myself when I say this, but don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. So just remember that your journey is different, that you are beautiful, and that God created you perfectly. And you'll get there. Just take it day by day. So with that said, let me show you my nasty stomach to prove to you that you're not alone and that I understand what you're going through. We're just going to take it day by day. And how freaking awesome is it going to be in a year or however long it takes for us to get our bodies back? Obviously not completely back. You know, some people are left with pooches and stretch marks and all sorts of things, but back down to where we look decent in clothes. How cool would it be to look back at yourself from this point and be like, wow, I worked my butt off and I have come such a long way. Like, what an accomplishment we can say. So that is my motivation. I hope that it's also yours, and I hope that everyone who watches this will be nice to me, because I know I look like a wrinkly elbow on my stomach. Just be nice. Okay, ready for this? This is with the shirt on. Okay, get ready. Brace yourself. These are my postpartum pants because I cannot wear any other pants. But this is loose skin here. See, loose skin. You can see my stretch marks here. My nasty wrinkly belly button here. Look at all that extra skin. And then let's see. See, this is not an indent from my pants. Those are like weird vein things. So yeah, this is my postpartum tummy, and it's really awesome because I pull my pants up and I have fat just hanging over. So wearing clothes is not my favorite thing. Well, not wearing clothes isn't my favorite thing either, but look, it's just not cute. But that's what I really look like, and that is my postpartum tummy. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it's a little bit of a longer one, but there were some big things to discuss and to update you on. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with people who may need some encouragement and they're feeling down about what their postpartum body looks like. Let them know that they're not alone and that there may be people who have an even worse situation than them. And also please subscribe to my channel for more updates and for more mommy videos and other things that I'm really excited to be putting out there in the next few weeks. But I hope you liked it. I hope you have a really great day, a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.